SSC CGL examination, the launch pad to central government career. That's the main thing. Say, many of you are employed in some segment. Maybe some of you are working in private segment. Some of you are in banks or in other organizations you might be working. But you want to be a part of central government. You want to be a central government employee and serve the nation in a better way. If that is your aspiration, SSC CGL examination is a way you can achieve your dream. So let's see what are the attractions of, say, what are the compelling reasons why people, why especially the youth of India are attracted to SSC CGL, writing SSC CGL. Okay, being in government service is more than getting a job. That's the one important reason. A career with diverse opportunities. Now, as a part of central government employment, if you are posted anywhere in India, you will get the facilities that are required to, say, help you deliver your duties decently. So you get an opportunity to be employed anywhere in India. That's a positive thing I see. I also suggest that you see that in a positive light only. And good salary and other benefits, as you know. Now, the government service, especially central government service, is really good when it comes to salary and other perks. Opportunity for implementation, evaluation, and improvement of government programs. That's what different segments of central government actually are doing. Implementation of government schemes, evaluation of government schemes, and if there are some faults which people find out are on evaluation, there will be improvement schemes also. That is the way we are progressing. So the scheme and pattern of examination is what we are going to discuss. Say all of you who want to be a central government employee through say SSC CGL examination must keep this in mind. That is, we have got at present, as per our knowledge and notification till date, we have 4 tiers, and tier 1 is a computer based examination, tier 2 is another computer based examination, tier 3 is a pen and paper mode descriptive paper, tier 4 is not actually say a kind of that, it's a skill test, computer proficiency test and data entry skill test, whichever is applicable. In the notification, detailed notification, it is clearly mentioned that to which post which requires computer proficiency, to which other posts require data entry skill. So that plus document verification will go in the 4th tier. Tier 1, 100 questions, 200 marks, 1 hour time. The sections are general intelligence and reasoning. 25 questions will be there, 50 marks. General awareness, 25 questions, 50 marks. Quantitative aptitude, 25 questions, 50 marks. English comprehension, 25 questions, 50 marks. So total 100 questions are there, you have 200 marks. This is a tier 1 examination. Tier 2, there are say 4 papers, all multiple choice questions with negative marking. Look at the first 2 papers, excise inspector, customs, whatever it be, or even say accounts officer, assistant accounts officer, audit officer, whatever you post, paper 1 and paper 2 are compulsory. Paper 1 is quantitative abilities, that is mathematics, advanced mathematics and all. There will be 100 questions and 200 marks. Say, keep a note here. Paper 1, quantitative abilities will have 100 multiple choice questions with 200 marks. 2 hours is the time. Look at paper 2. English language and comprehension is the name of the paper. You will have 200 questions and 200 marks, 2 hours. So English, more questions, more number of questions are there. 200 questions, 200 marks. Maths or quantitative abilities, you have 100 questions, 200 marks. 2 hours is the time for all papers here. Paper 1 and paper 2 are compulsory for all posts. But paper 3 and paper 4 are not compulsory for every. Paper 3, for example, is statistics, 100 questions, 200 marks, 2 hours paper for junior statistical officer and statistical investigator. These are 2 posts which we saw in the notification. If you are applying for those 2 posts, if you are qualified to apply for those 2 posts, you have to clear this, say, write this paper 3 and clear that. Paper 4 is for assistant accounts officer or assistant audit officer. That is, we see in the say level 8. there. Paper 4, General Studies, Finance and Economics. 2 hours, the same pattern, 100 questions and 200 marks. So tier 2 examination, there are actually 4 papers, but all candidates need not write all the 4 papers. But first 2 papers are compulsory, paper 1 and paper 2. Negative marking also is a little bit tricky here. For say 100 mark 200 100 questions 200 say marks kind of questions, we will lose zero point 0.5 marks for every wrong answer. 200 question 200 marks, we will be losing 0.25 marks for every wrong answer. So keep this in mind. The next segment, that is tier 3, pen and paper descriptive test, that is 100 marks, 1 hour will be there. There will be questions English, say essay writing, letter writing, and earlier pre writing was also there, but now we see most of the case essays and letters only. So 100 marks and 1 hour is anyway. You have to prepare for essay, um, pre and letters. 100 marks, 1 hour will be there. So you take off say compulsory papers of tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 together. What is the total marks? Tier 1 you have 200 marks, tier 2 you have 200 plus 200 400 marks, so total 400 plus 200 600. Now tier 3 you have 100 marks, total 700. So out of 700, how much you score will decide which post to which post you are selected. That's most important. Tier 4 is computer proficiency test and data entry skill test. These are qualifying in nature. You have to clear say the examination to get say selected. Otherwise, you will not be. Say our course is actually a focused approach. Basic, standard, and advanced. This is a combination that we have now. Basic covers all the fundas required. Like fundas of basic English grammar will be there. Basic tenets of GK will be there. That is like say especially say static GK is an important part in tier 1 examination. So that will be there. Fundamentals will be there. Then say for maths, say if you go directly to tier 1 examination syllabus and start doing things, it will not be very easy for you. So basics of trigonometry, basics of geometry, basics of algebra, such things will be required. That will be done in basic. Standard will be what is required for tier 1, and advanced will be tier 2 and the descriptive part of tier 3 together. This is the say the whole course that we have, the entire course that will serve to say not only to the entire pattern, entire scheme of examination will be covered in the course that we have designed for you. So always keep this in mind. So direction SSC full online full course is catering to say you may not come from as a mathematics specialist academic background. Still we will be giving you the basic ideas first, then we will be giving you the tier 1 requirements together, then we will be addressing the tier 2 needs, because once the say results are announced of tier 1, you will not get much time to prepare for tier 2. So if you plan in advance, if in 4 to 5 months, if you clear the entire syllabus, you can continue your preparation by solving as many questions as possible in tier 1 and tier 2, so that when the examination comes, you will be ready to score the maximum possible marks. So scoring at 190 plus out of 200 in tier 1 is not impossible. Our students in the last sequence itself have done that. Okay, so keep this in mind. This is our basic course structure. So thank you and congratulations in advance, future central government officers.